Hey guys, welcome to a short mini training I wanted to do. Today I wanted to talk about what I call first thought, second thought thinking. This is something I had developed after you're constantly looking at your body, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, like, why is this here? Why is this cellulite here? This isn't is it toned up enough still? Like, this isn't muscular enough still. I remember thinking constantly, comparing myself to other people and then just getting down on myself. Like, I work out so much. Why are my legs not like hers? Like, why does she have a better butt than I do? Why are her arms or her back, why are her muscles coming in better than mine are? Why is she leaner? Why is her stomach flatter? Why does she not bloat the way I do? And I kept thinking there was something wrong with me, something wrong with me, something wrong with my thinking. And it's the way that you think and the things that you say to yourself become who you are. So during my journey of finding food freedom with myself, I started realizing that the things that I say to myself like that, the destructive patterns that were in my head, the constant negativity and berating of myself were some of the worst things that I could have done to myself. That is not self-care, that is not self-acceptance, and that is not self-love. None of that is taking care of yourself. So I started in the process of thinking these things. So this is why I call it first thought, second thought thinking. So let's take an example like, okay, you're at an event and at a wedding, or you just got all dressed up and dolled up and you walk into a room, right? I'm pretty sure every single woman has done this. You walk into a room and then you look around and you start comparing, okay, shoot, she's a lot leaner than me. Oh my gosh, her legs look way better in this. I knew I should have wore that one dress. I should have wore 2 pairs of Spanx today. Like, I knew I shouldn't have worn this one. My rolls are hanging out, da 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 da. You start like coming down on yourself, and then all of a sudden people, are you okay? Is something wrong? Like, you don't realize that these thoughts that go on in your head like start to ooze out of you, and then people start to get a perception of you. She's really unconfident. You come across as if there's something wrong, or as if you're not having a good time, as if you're not having fun, as if you have RGF, which is RGBF. I have resting gym bitch face all the time, but a lot of people just think you have resting bitch face. And so you're constantly like thinking about all these things. So this is where I came up with first thought, second thought thinking. So your first thought initially are those bad thoughts. When you walk into that room and you see, oh my gosh, look at all these women here. They all look better than I do. I'm clearly the biggest one here. My legs aren't as great as hers. And oh, I know she's younger, but still, there's no reason why my legs shouldn't look like that. Like, we just have these constant thoughts in our head, right? So this is where that second thought and thinking comes in. And this is what I tell my clients is, as we're going through this process, as we're learning with each lesson every week that I bring to you, and I'm with my clients during my Courageous Nourishers course, we're constantly learning. So with this second thought thinking, yes, that can be your first thought, and you're totally allowed to have those thoughts. But when those thoughts happen, shut them down. Say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to think this thought right now. If you have a hair tie on your wrist, start snapping it. Physically interrupt that habit loop. Do something where I used to literally go like this, like, Christy, nope, you're not thinking that right now. And yeah, I look kind of stupid doing it. So like I said, if you have something like a rubber band around your wrist or a hair tie, or even if you just like click your heel, or if you kind of like clap your hands, do something physical to interrupt that habit loop. And then start your second thought thinking. You know what? I got this dress today and I'm here. I'm at this event. We have a babysitter. We're out for the night. I get to be with my husband. We get to dance the night away. We get to have this awesome dinner. We get to be with all of our friends. Your second thought is going to be your helpful thought. It's going to be the thought that is that thought that you know is going to help you. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to bring you down. It's not going to tear you down. That second thought is the one that you are like not conditioned to think, but that you're learning to think. So I had read somewhere this meme came up and it said, your first thought is going to be what society has taught you. So we're taught compare ourselves. Look at other women, see how you match up to them. Your second thought is going to be, I don't need to match up to anybody. I don't need to compare myself to anyone because my self-worth is not tied into my body. It's not tied into how my body looks. It's about who I am. So my body has nothing to do with my self-worth. My second thought is going to be that helpful one. It's going to be the one that's going to take me out of that hell, that prison, that as women, we sometimes put ourselves into. So I'm going to give you one more quick example, and I just want this mini training to be short and quick and to the point. But the next example is, let's say, you're working on food freedom, and you're going through the all-in phase, which is that first phase of giving yourself full permission on all foods. And let's say, you're doing fine. A couple days later, you're like, you know what, I binged. I didn't mean to. I just know that I didn't eat dinner, and I thought I just wanted a brownie instead, so I ate the brownie, but then it didn't fill me up. I was still hungry, and so I went for the chips, and then I went for the peanut butter, and then I went for the graham crackers, and then I was like, screw it, and I just binged. And what I say to that is, don't beat yourself up or be mad at yourself for eating what you thought your body needed. So your first thought is going to be, I messed up, I screwed up. Society, that's your thought that society always told you to think. I messed up. I'm not good enough. I'm going to have to start again. This is why you can't trust yourself around food. You're going to have all these negative thoughts that say, like, this is why you should be on a diet right now because you can't be trusted with food. And then your second thought is going to be, I'm giving myself full permission on all foods. I'm not upset with my body for giving it what I thought that it needed. I'm not going to berate myself because that won't be helpful. I'm learning. I'm going to learn from what I just did, and I'm not going to go into it in judgment. I'm going to go into it with curiosity and investigation and start to think, okay, I can learn from this. I know that I didn't eat a full meal at dinner, which in turn made me want to snack on things and eat until I felt full. So now I know next time I'm going to eat a full meal because I know that that will fill me up. It will give me nourishment and energy for my body. So you're allowed to have that first thought, but don't let it consume you. And do your little snap, do your little, head fling, do whatever it might be. Interrupt that habit loop that you constantly get in about berating yourself and about putting yourself down, because that's not helping anybody. Because how you talk to yourself is how you talk to other people. How you think about yourself is how you think about other people. So this is so important to know that your thoughts create who you are. All right, guys, that's all I have for you on this mini training today. Stay with me. I've got a couple more of these coming to you and a couple more exciting things coming up, and a awesome 7-day food freedom challenge coming up. I have to look at my calendar in a couple weeks. So stay tuned, guys. Bye.